All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is fielded at the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on third down. They're going to look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Hightower able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Black. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Runs like that will give Michel some more carries going forward as the Pats come up 1st and 10.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. This on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And now out come the Jags. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Derek Rivers in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. Going deep for Moncrief. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot.
Now a hit and a loose football. The dive unsuccessful. The big fella can't pick it up. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Danny Shelton able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Well, he's got it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd down, Michelle. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now back to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. All right, here we go. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And that, not a sight you want to see. Leonard Fournette very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. What an effort. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Patriots offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there at 22. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Lee. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Patriots have it.
Flex round. Flex round.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. They'll check this one down to Michelle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
They're going to look to throw. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dante Fowler coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Patriot! Patriot! Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39! Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there. Focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Ohio! Ohio!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw to Michel on the dump off. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. The Jaguars getting set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Lee. A big third down play there for the Jags. 45 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the third quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. It's Black. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Again, it's Michelle. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. throw here. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
No, check, Patriot!
They'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 38.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Back to throw now on 1st down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
He'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5.
There's been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with Michel on the ground. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
This is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. In for the score, and the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 47. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And it's Michel once again. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. On the handoff, it's Michelle. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
New England on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. A give. This is Michelle. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.